Looking for a partner in love? Check out Tantan and let this beautiful, caring lady shower you with love. Single guys, hurry up and give it a shot. But Old Song suddenly had a brilliant idea and set his sights on a stranger's doorbell the next day. He directly offered a high price for the house, as it was his dream start, with every brick and tile laid by him. Today, he brought his family to see their new home. However, his wife quickly spotted a flaw in the house, a graffiti scrawled on the wall. Old Song just called his son over and casually mentioned, "Stop talking." Old Song built this house himself. Dad recorded its history. His wife listened intently to his recounting of past events here. She grasped the house's importance to Old Song, though his dream came true and not lingered. That night, he went to his ex-boss' place. 7 years had blurred his memories, and it wasn't until his son reminded him that the boss lady remembered this customer who once wanted to be a lawyer but the boss lady wasn't angry at all, because Old Song showing up again said it all. She then pulled out a stack of envelopes from her pocket. Subtitles: she wished to make up for the years of guilt she had harbored in her heart, and upon seeing her truly happy for him, Old Song couldn't resist giving her a tight hug. His generosity and big heart warmed his difficult years. From then on, he treated the boss lady's restaurant as his personal cafe. He came daily, not just for himself, but with his assistant each time. As business thrived, he hired a curvaceous secretary. This made many lawyers green with envy, and they quickly joined the real estate registration army, even protesting Old Song's market monopoly. Old Song knew that the more people subtitles, the cake shrinks with each cut. Smart people seek the next trend. After consulting his assistant, he shifted focus to tax law. However, money-obsessed Old Song seemed to forget his childhood dream of being a lawyer. That night, he took classmates to the boss restaurant, wearing his lawyer badge. He boasted of impressive earnings to classmates, who smiled and laughed. But a journalist classmate turned on the TV, showing a news report on Korea's military coup under presidential rule. Many dissenters were being arrested as leftists, and many innocent folks were getting scapegoated. The journalist said a lawyer's duty is to uphold social equity and justice, not flaunt its capital. But Old Song voiced his view. He said in such a situation, the best move was self-preservation. He deemed protesting utterly foolish, like a neck hitting a rock. Those who bravely spoke up for justice appeared foolish in Old Song's eyes. A heated argument ensued between him and the journalist as they clashed over their view. The debate got so heated that the glass door shattered. But the boss lady didn't scold Old Song. Instead, she treated the cuts on his face with medicine. The boss lady had long treated him like family. This place was also a harbor for Old Song's soul, wasn't it? While the boss lady stepped out to get her medication, Old Song inquired if her son, Seo-yu, had participated in the protests. He felt he couldn't change the side, but that didn't mean he didn't care about those around him. Seeing Seo-yu silent, he began to say that such actions were not only dangerous but also pointless. But Seo-yu's response surprised him. This left Old Song momentarily speechless, so he started leaving bills from his wallet at the restaurant, as if money was the answer, saying, "Here, take my money." "Thank you, you should accept this." "You idiot, how could you be an orphan?" Old Song's careless remark was overheard by the returning boss lady, crossing a line. "You idiot, did you send your dad's money for me to eat? You're just getting duped while drunk, giving me cash." Before Old Song could explain, the landlady ejected him. He had sobered up, wondering if he'd truly erred. Since becoming a lawyer, he was questioning his own heart for the first time. However, the unpleasantness of the restaurant didn't affect Old Song's business. As a tax lawyer, he thrived. He even landed a big client that day. His excellent performance in tax cases won him the favor of one of Korea's top 10 construction companies. His assistant informed him that if he handled this case well, his reputation alone would send. Old Song prepared to share the good news with the boss lady and apologize about the last incident. However, upon arriving at the restaurant, he discovered it had been closed. Soon Old Song learned the reason why. That day, he arrived at work as usual but found the boss lady curled up in a hallway. She knew Old Song was a lawyer and begged for his help, as Seo-yu had been missing for over a month. Yesterday, she got a court notice classifying Seo-yu as a leftist. The boss lady said she wanted to visit the detention center, but was told she wasn't allowed to see him. Old Song sensed the gravity of the situation, just as his assistant walked into the office. The assistant reminded Old Song that today was the day he was meeting the big client. After hearing this, the boss lady clung to Old Song, knowing he was her only lifeline. This was the first time such a thing had happened around Old Song, leaving him feeling a bit lost. Yet, given the importance of today's meeting, he chose to leave the office first. But when he reached the meeting place, Old Song's mind was completely elsewhere, leading to a hasty conclusion of the meeting. though he loved money. If the law he excels at is just for profit and can't protect loved ones, it's truly meaningless. In the afternoon, Old Song started inquiring around and finally found the boss lady's residence. However, she wasn't home. He sat at the door waiting until the sun set, unknowingly falling asleep, only to be awakened late at night by the returning boss lady. Upon seeing Old Song, the mother's eyes reignited with hope. At that moment, Old Song seemed to realize the weight of being a lawyer. Next day, he brought the boss lady to the detention center, informing the staff that denying visitation rights was illegal while revealing his identity. After making a phone call, they reluctantly decided to let them go. However, when they saw Xiaoyu again, he appeared disheveled and silent. Seeing his mother across from him, he lost control, tried to leap into her arms but felt too injured to stand. The winds made Old Song furious, and his mother wished to fight these people to the death. This was clearly a serious crime in a supposed rule of law country. In the controlled area, Old Song's mind went chaotic, his blood boiling. Xiaoyu was quickly dragged away, and his mother fainted from rage. This outcome led Old Song to ponder whether he had truly made a mistake. Thus, he resolved to uncover the truth behind it all. After leaving the detention center, he hurried to his mentor's office, finding they'd already discussed it, a case led by the NSA. Xiaoyu and several students had been arrested as leftists for reading a few banned books. Upon studying them all night, Old Song discovered these books only introduced various social